All right. I'm gonna go over my trade from Friday, and then I'm gonna backtest the whole week. Because there are some things that I learned, and it was just an overall good week of price action that I can learn from. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with that. However, I'm gonna go over my trade for the week. So, um, I did catch this before the dump happened. If you traded Friday, you would know. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and delete all this and show you guys what I took. Fuck. Show you guys what I took because, yeah, a lot of people I know lost on this day, or they just went break even, or just something bad happened. Even though I feel like it was a very obvious day of price. So, start new. So I'm gonna go right before 9:30 because again I have like 15 minutes to do my analysis. So, starting off, going into the day, I saw that we had this 30-minute, or let's go from the 4 hour first. Again, still SMT propelling price way higher, and again you have this change of state, of display or change in state of direction, break of structure. You're closing above the previous day high, so that just should, even though I have this marked out as previous day high, it's just like a New York session from a little while ago. So, but yeah, I have all of this marked out: SMT setting price higher, change of state and direction on the 4 hour, break of structure on the 4 hour, matched up with this 4 hour low. So again, this is kind of like a higher time frame silver bullet, where you have a breaker block here, and then you have a low and a fair value gap that you can see swept to then go higher because we are obviously in an uptrend. So my main target was either going to be here or this 30-minute fair value gap low in here that I wanted to see maybe price displace to and create an SMT, or it would go down to the 4 hour low and give you a setup there. So if we got displacement out of here, pressing buy. If we got displacement out here, pressing buy. It just shows that we are probably going to go higher. If we displace through all these lows, then I can maybe look for a comp. However, to this low resistant batch right here, or these lows. But again, I feel like prices has a very strong foundation to the upside. So, again, on the 30-minute, what do I see right at open? Price immediately goes lower. Bang, you get your 1 minute gap here. However, let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Okay, we're back. As you can see here, don't think that there's anything bad that can even happen while I'm here. Let me go to where I took the trade on, what's the date today, or yesterday? Yeah, the 12th. Right here, you obviously have your manipulation leg, which on the 1 minute, you only have a series of down close candles. So this is obviously a nice V shape, and then to go higher off of these lows. Again, that's pretty nice. Here, let me show you guys again. So yeah, I took the 30-second. So I took the 30-second right here. So I got in like a little bit earlier just because I'm trading on a 30-second chart, so I got in probably like halfway around here. Holy cow, it's laggy. Then I put my stop to the fair value gap low instead of at the low because it's Friday and I didn't really want to be risking too much, and also I just wanted to be in and out just because we had this 4 hour fair value gap low below that I wanted to see price possibly react out of. So again, we chop and then bang. So I think news came out around this candle. So it's just showing that price, I feel like, wanted to go higher, but news kind of generated candles lower. So, but however, it tapped me out at my 1-to-1. So right when I saw price hit 500, because that's what I want to do. I want to risk 500 and make 500. I'm just going for 1-to-1s. If you have a high win rate, you just hit 1-to-1s, you're going to get paid out. So I saw that I had 500. I trailed my stop, and I made $3.95. So again, what I journaled is that I need to do trailing my stop better. I think I handled the trade amazing, but again, I need to trail my stop better because I need to make the 500. Because if I'm going to be playing this 1-to-1 game, I'm going to need to make the 500. Because if I lose 500, it's like my losses are now bigger than my wins. So I need to trail it like right away. No like hesitating. Even though I thought with this reaction and another strong reaction, I thought there was no way that we were gonna not take out this high or at least go higher. But then again, you go lower, you tap into this 4 hour. What does 9:45 do? We open lower and then close higher. There's a 15-second gap here that I probably would have taken, honestly. And then we get an SMT at these lows, and then price slowly but surely makes its way up to these stacked highs, which, again, this is your best trade. Again, you're trading in the high time frame, a sweep in the 4 hour, and then a higher move up. So, all right. Let's go to the 15-minute. I'm going to do Thursday now. Okay. Yeah, Thursday was pretty nice as well, I think. Again, what do you see when you come into Thursday? Again, the same SMT at the low, and then price is building up higher with all this low resistant liquidity above, while all these high resistant highs are put in. Like these are just low resistance. Only fair value gap that's protecting them is these. All these are protected lows with this SMT holding price bullish. So what should you do? This fair value gap is weak. Why? Because look at how bear or bullish the structure is. Again, it's all these lows put in through fair value gap, showing that price is strongly bullish. You get a wick higher, and then you get all these displacement candles. And then what could I tell? At 8:30, we had this strong bearish wick showing, again, price displacing higher out of this 30-minute. So what I want to see? I want to see price maybe remanipulate the 8:30 low. I wanted to see price remanipulate the 8:30 low to then go higher. So again, what do we do here? This is why it's important for me to name this a fair value gap low, because a fair value gap, if it's unmitigated, price needs to go in the gap on both assets. However, on here, price just manipulated this low And now you can start looking for longs. So again, this 1 minute, I'm bullish on the day, S&T at the lows, exactly where I wanted to see price hit. However, I didn't take this. Why? Because, why didn't I take this? Because I was waiting for this low to get swept, and I was also doing some math. And then price ends up ripping. Again, this would have been a winning day. I'm delusional though. However, I took another setup on this day. So we get an S&T at these highs. Here. Bang. So we get an S&T cracking correlation showing price wants to go lower. ES failed to sweep out London high, while NQ swept London high. So I wanted to see an inverse of this area. We got the change of state in delivery. I took a sell off this fair value gap tap. What did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong? So for this trade, I should have went break even when price traded into this 5 minute, which I went break even early. And then I also shouldn't have been trailing my stop early. I mean, I should have, but again, it's also close to 10:15, which what is 10:15 going to do? Bang. I think around here I went break even, and then price at 8:15 comes up, stops me out, and then runs to my take profit to this 5 minute, where that's when I should go break even. And what does price do? Trades higher, then lower. Why is this trade valid in my opinion? Well, you have the S&Ts at the highs. You're trading out of a 15-minute gap while taking liquidity out while going into the gap. You have an S&T at the high, double S&T showing a cracking correlation while ES failed to take it out and is disrespecting bearish. You also have a 10 o'clock PO3 where price opens higher, accumulates, and trades lower. To then go trade towards all these equal lows and unmitigated gaps. That's why I think price is good bearish. Why did I hesitate and go to break even early when I honestly haven't been doing that at all recently? Is because I was kind of hesitant because of this move higher. And yeah, that's honestly the only reason. I thought I was trading this for FOMO, when honestly I had all the confluences right to be in this trade. So yeah, again, not a bad trade. Just I should have taken the first set, is what I learned from that day. Now Wednesday. We went over Thursday. All right, Wednesday. Again, price action was freaking amazing this week. Wednesday. Honestly, I forgot what I did on Wednesday. Alright, well, I guess we could play it out how I was also trading. Again, what I would do here, price seems to be, oh yeah, I know what I do here. Low resistance liquidity, price is trading higher with only one high resistant low and another low. While you have all of this, why are you not bullish? That's why I'm not bullish. Why would you be bullish to one low that's high resistant in a weekly / daily gap? This is protected low, and this is one high resistant low. These are the only two signs of liquidity. When you have all this generated low resistance low that the market's going to want to run out. So what did I do? I wanted to see price trade lower, which right when I saw this 9:30 candle, I was like, all right, well, that's all the targets for the day. No. So price ends up trading lower. you get this immediate reversal here. I think I entered off the 32nd. Or, no, I know what I did. I traded this change of state of delivery. Is what I ended up taking. Bang. Took it at the high, and then, or no, yeah, no. Because of change of state delivery, you could trail your stop, and then I took my targets off at the London high for a 1-to-1. Again, this is very easy to spot, and price ends up destroying my take profit, and then you got a continuation higher with this, or eventually I think. Yeah, this comp right here, you could have taken as well. I think somewhere around here there's a comp. Yeah, it was like right here, right around here. It was messy, but it ended up playing out. Let's go. Keep on going. See, I hate having these long trade recaps because it's just me talking. Again, let's go into 4 hour. Again, here I had a mixed bias because of this 10 o'clock high. I wanted to see this get swept, I think, before going lower, or I wanted to see price play out, but this daily gap was right here. So I was waiting for price to reject off this daily gap. So what was I waiting for? I was waiting for this high to get taken, and then I was also waiting for, ES, I think, didn't already reject out of it. So what was I waiting for? Bang, bang. I think I wanted to see price go higher. Bang, 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 bang. And then now you would look for something around here. However, this price action, this huge higher, it's like, what do you take out of this? I was waiting for either a 5-minute comp, which we never ended up getting. This 5-minute, I think, or this 5-minute. One of these 5 minutes I was waiting for, and then I also wanted to take this 4-minute close, or the 4-minute change state and delivery with the tap out of the fair value gap to then go lower. Why? Because it's a clear AMD model with all this low resistance liquidity leading up to it. Price takes it out, distributes out of a daily gap, flip tool, standard deviation, again, and then price perfectly aligns with these lows. So it gave me more confidence for price to go lower. I was waiting for a comp the whole time out of this leg because I'm just not gonna. I was thinking about it, but in hindsight, I should do it because I'm very confident in price going all the way down here. It's very obvious. I wish we got a better entry, or just better entry to the area. What was it? Around here. I should have probably taken a trade 10.45. Like this. For a little bit of money. But again. Where we at? No. I went break even at 10 o'clock. I saw like a 30-second here, and I rushed to get out of it because I wasn't confident in taking a move when price is already kind of dumped. But again, I just missed all of this. There was like a cracking correlation here. Yeah, here. So there was a cracking correlation here. I took a 30-second, went break even, and then price ended up just dumping. So again, it's like, I know where price is going. I'm just being undisciplined, I guess. So, all right, let's go to Monday. Monday I took a loss, I think. I did at least. What did I take Monday? Give me a second. Monday. What day was Monday? Trades here. Executions Wednesday, winning trade. Tuesday, no trade. Yeah, I lost. Alright. This was a lot to learn as well. So here I can just display it here. Again, we ended up trading out of a 4-hour gap and then trading lower. All this lowers just so liquidity was created, and then we had a 1-hour fair value gap below that was unmitigated. So again, price is going to draw the inefficiencies and the gaps need to be filled. So what did I end up taking? I ended up taking this 1 minute. That ended up playing out actually, but technically this 30-second is what I should have taken, because this right here, there was a gap right here, and it gave you an immediate entry, and this is technically your manipulation leg. This leg took out liquidity technically through this SMT. Through this SMT, price goes up, technically takes out liquidity, comes down. 30-second gap in between here, you take it, you target a 1-to-1, trailer stop, and bang. You're on a winning day. What did I do? I didn't do that. I took the 1 minute, which I thought was kind of valid as well. However, it immediately plays out up here. S&T's at the highs, and then it goes down to here and plays out. So yeah, I mean, I lost. Here's kind of my journal though. Again, new price was gonna happen. Using a change state and delivery would have been best setup for today because of the big bullish move before. So then you could save risk to reward. Wednesday, winning trade plus 495. Took a 1 minute change state delivery. 1-to-1 risk to reward. At 9:30 above, that generated a LR London high above. Execution, need to work on my entry. That 30-second change state delivery or 15-second should be my entry, which I totally agree with. There's a small little fair value gap right here, and again, I knew price is gonna rip up here. I need to just enter on. I just need to enter better. There's a break even. Took one off double S&T's highs, 15-minute gap tap, 10-minute PO3, waited for 1 minute. For high gap tap to confirm bearish. I could only go break even once it hits a 5-minute, 15-minute high resistance liquidity, my TP or stop loss. Would have won, but when break even off and went down because I was certain my trade gained more conviction and confidences by looking at everything come home. So yeah. There's a 50-minute that formed. Here's my entry, break even. And then yeah, my winning trade. I went on this candle. I went break even because at that point it should go higher. However, once I see 500, I just need to throw it up. Who cares if it goes and runs? Yeah, so account balance, 51,279. The 30-second IVG long off the 30-minute low slash gap. I handled the trade very well, and I did. The order bomb I tried to stop the break. Then when press 6500, I tried to stop it. I thought it was 500 as well, so then it'd be better to go right after straight down. So yeah, that's my day, or that's my week. It's my trade on Friday. Again, right here. SMT happened, bang. What did I do? Waited for this. Shorts. Put my stop all the way up here. And then I would have targeted a 1-to-1. Again. If I held my stop here, it would have been good, but in reality, it's when this 30-second gets put in, I can just take this. Probably the best RR that you could get. Bang. Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah, have a good week. I can't wait for tomorrow. Peace.